Hi folks. So I've been feeling a bit sentimental recently. I don't know why. I've had a bit of a walk down memory lane this evening. I want to show you some photos that I took in Thailand in 2012. So 5 years, just over 5 years ago. Right, so I'm going to start with this photo here. So first of all, I don't know what I was thinking, because I think I've deleted the raw files. I think I've got rid of them. I don't think I really understood the importance of keeping raw files, of one day maybe wanting to come back to them. So all I'm stuck with is this shitty little JPEG that I found, and it seems to be horrendously pixelated, and yeah, it's no good. So I wanted to just show, if you can just look beyond that and just see what sort of photographer I used to be. So this is my backpack, my camera bag on a bench in front of a park in, I think it's called Limpini Park in Bangkok. Now, if you ever find yourself in Bangkok on the Khao San Road, if you want to just escape the madness, then I'd recommend going to this park. And went there was hardly any tourists around. It was very quiet, a little bit like Battersea Park, that sort of thing. And I did actually see one of the strangest things I've ever seen in my life. And I couldn't photograph it for one reason or another. I think I'd run out of battery or something. Something that wouldn't happen to me these days. And I saw this, what I thought was an alligator or a crocodile. My first thought was it was a dinosaur. And it turned out to be a monitor lizard. And if you've ever seen one of them in the wild or in a park, you'll know that these things are massive. Luckily it doesn't move very quickly, but I literally thought it was going to come and eat me. So I quickly moved out of the way, and then I think I went back for the camera, and by that time it had gone. But anyway, so this is a picture, and look how smoggy it is. If you ever go to Bangkok, that's the first thing you'll notice. If you go in around about March or April time, which is when I went, it's just so smoggy, and there's I don't know if it's the haze of the heat or the pollution, but you have to constantly deal with this kind of smog, and the visibility is terrible. The good thing is with sunshine, this hazy sunshine, it does sort of diffuse your images a little bit, so it's not the end of the world, but just something that you need to look out for. So compositionally, there's quite a lot going on here, but maybe I'm looking through rose tinted glasses because it is my photo. But anyway, this is one I'm really pleased with. If I just give this a quick edit now, yes, I know it's a JPEG, but just for purposes of this, no, I don't want to do that. Just for sort of fun, really, I just want to give this a quick edit of something I wish I'd have done. I think I just literally exported the JPEG of this elephant. Now, one thing you must do if you go to Thailand is visit the Elephant Nature Park up north in Chiang Mai. It is an amazing operation that they've got up there, because street begging with elephants in a lot of Thailand might be different now, but certainly then it was still very much legal, and it puts the elephants through horrendous stress. And next time, if you ever go to the Far East and you see a mahout, which is the sort of the elephant owner, offering you a free ride, you know, it's got the basket on the back, say no, do not support it, because 9 times out of 10 this is just cruel to the animal. But I don't want to get bogged down in animal welfare now. But I took this picture of this elephant in this nature park, and just giving it a quick edit now, I can just sort of drop the shadows, drop the highlights as well, and if I can drop those whites and bring up the blacks, that might give me quite a, sorry, drop the blacks as well, that might give me quite a cool image. If I had the contrast, a lot of clarity as well. Yeah, if I just use a radial filter here, I can just get even more clarity on this section. But anyway, that's just a quick edit. This creature, an elephant, if you see one, they are just majestic. They're just the most beautiful animals you can ever see. So wise, full of wisdom. And this elephant had been rescued, I remember this, it's been rescued from the streets of Phuket, and it actually had a broken hip because it had been hit by a car, a taxi or a car. And just the organisation in northern Thailand, I think there's a lady called Lek, is that her name? Lek? Could be Lok, no, I think it's Lek, L-E-K. She just goes around rescuing these elephants, and it's such a wonderful beautiful thing to see, especially if you're an animal lover like I am. Then you'll absolutely love this place. It's like Jurassic Park. There's probably about 50 elephants or something like that, and when it's feeding time, they all walk over, and it is ridiculous. It's amazing. This one's quite funny. This is what I used to look like. This is how thin I used to be. I think I might be breathing in there. Yeah, breathe in, Andy. Yeah. But this is in a place called Hotel, and as you can see, the water behind me is just amazing. And this was taken with the nifty 50, I think, on my old 600D, a camera that I don't use anymore, which is far good enough, but I didn't really get the most out of it because I didn't really know what I was doing back then. And then moving on, this is a picture I snapped out of the plane window, and I quite like this actually, just coming into land in Bangkok. Again, it's pointless me zooming in because I don't have any detail, because it is a JPEG, but that's quite a cool image, and I wish that I had these raw files so I can go back and give them an edit, but I don't. There's yours truly again, thinking I'm Liam Gallagher. Look at that hair. And this one is one that I'm really pleased with. This is, I don't know why it's resized to 9,000 by 6,000. I think back then I thought, if I resize it really big, then one day when I can put it on a billboard, no, it doesn't work like that. So this is just basically a scaled down JPEG that I exported as a massive JPEG. Big mistake. Anyway, look beyond that and just look at this this shot. I mean, it's not straight. That's my first critique of it. But it was a really lovely sunset in a place called Koh Phangan, which you might have heard of for full moon parties. We went for full moon party, which is not as crazy as I thought it would be. Anyway, if you don't know what a full moon party is, look on YouTube and I'm sure you'll find some hair-raising, eye-opening stuff. And this was a really quiet beach on the other side of the island called Had Salad, and it was just an absolutely beautiful evening. The sunsets that I saw on the islands in Thailand were just amazing. This, you will have seen this before on my bedroom wall, my old bedroom wall. So this is a longtail moored at one of the beaches off the islands of Thailand. And I think this was Koh Phangan. Yeah, this was called Bottle Beach. Yeah, and I took this as a colour image, but then I took it into black and white. And would I do that something differently next time? Yeah, I probably would. But at the time I chose to focus on the anchor, and there's a little bit more distracting things in focus, but overall I still like this picture, and I think it gives you a sense of place, and black and white can sometimes add a timeless feel to it. This is an image from the beach, as in the film The Beach. It's called Maya Bay, which is Koh Phi Phi Lay, it's actually called, which is the island. And this is one of the, and so is the next image, one of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen in my life. It is amazing. And the night before, funny story, I camped overnight, and there was a tsunami warning. And when that happens, loads of people around the coastal areas, for obvious reasons, just get away from the beach. They don't want really to have anything to do with anything coastally, because there's a big danger of something going wrong, because we all know that it has gone wrong in the past, and to great effect. So I stayed on the island with about 10 people. Usually they have groups of 50 or 70. This time they had 10 people, and it's a national park, I think, or I don't know what the deal is, but you can't just rock up there and camp. You have to be with this official camping group. And yeah, there was only 10 of us that stayed. So it was Canadians, there were, I think it was Germans, Portuguese, and people from all over the world, people from the States, and it was just the most amazing place. I mean, this was taken at about, I haven't got the raw file so I can't tell you, but this was taken at about, I would say 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, and it was probably already about 29, 30 degrees. It was so hot. And the water, it looks a little bit greener than I remember, and I think that might be the reflection of the greenery on the rocks. Could be me and my kind of youth of my photography just hiking up the saturation. But that water really was crystal clear. And this one, so I stayed in a hotel called Le Bua, which, for those of you that have seen The Hangover Part 2, this hotel features, and it's the tallest hotel in Thailand, and this was taken from the 50th floor. and I really like this shot. I think it's quite a cool image. I mean, it almost looks like a film photograph because of the quality and I don't know why there's some sort of effect on it, but I love everything about this photograph. I love that you can see a train in the bottom left hand corner that's just making its way over the river. We can see boats coming into Bangkok, which is behind me. You can see a tennis court, whatever that is, on top of a building. And yeah, we've just got loads of stuff going on, and it's a vantage point that if you ever go to Thailand, or if maybe you've been, you might have done this, it's a really cool thing to take advantage of. And you do have to sign a suicide clause when you check in, just in case you decide to jump off. It's not their fault because there's no barrier or there's nothing to stop you jumping off the side. And this final one is Koh Tao. Now, the water in Koh Tao, which I think translates as Turtle Island, I could be mistaken. I saw a turtle there actually at Koh Tao. But the water in Koh Tao is probably the most pure and cleanest I've ever seen. Maybe that or Sardinia, I'm not quite sure. But it really is just a heavenly place. And looking back through these photos now, I remember just being so excited, look at that picture, just being so excited by photography and what it could do and what it gave me as a person. And it just absolutely, to this day, remains exactly the same. It's just capturing the light. I didn't really know what I was doing back then. I was a bit of a trigger happy kind of snapper. But looking back, yes, I would have done a few things differently. Probably would have taken different photos, different lenses, but I wish that I knew then what I know now. Sorry to quote Rod Stewart, but don't we all? But I'm still quite pleased nonetheless of what I managed to capture. And that brings me on to my final point really. So often with photography, you find yourself looking at other people's work and you think, oh, I will just never ever get anywhere near that. What I do at the moment is just rubbish. It's rubbish. I might as well just throw the towel in. I might as well just sell the gear. And as a professional, other professionals out there have exactly the same thoughts. It's like a bit of an anxiety about art. Whether you're an actor, whether you're a singer, dancer, a painter, you're just going to have loads of moments like this. And also you're going to have extreme moments of just pure inspiration when you travel. And travelling is one of the best ways to get yourself back on the horse. So if you've got a little bit of money, I mean, I've heard loads of photographers say this before, and you've got, let's say, a couple of £1,000 to spend, and you've got new camera, a couple of new lenses, why not just go on a trip of a lifetime? Go somewhere like this, and it could really, really inspire you. So that would be my advice. Think about going places, travel the world, see other cultures. I mean, would you take a picture differently with a 5D Mark IV than you would a 500D? No, you'd still use the same processes. I mean, it's all about who's behind the camera. That's all photography is, I think. How you use the light and how you instinctively capture a moment and how you put your thoughts and feelings at the time into the picture. So it really is that simple. And travel definitely broadens the mind as well. So that's my 2 pence for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I hope you've enjoyed the video, especially the pictures of me with a dodgy barnet and about 4-stone lighter. Oh god, those were the days. But thanks for watching, folks. I think I'm going to do more of these little travel things of where I've been and just showing you some of the clips and shots that I've got. And yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. It's been a little while since I've been to Thailand, but I still remember it vividly. So I'd love to hear your questions. I don't know who that guy is anymore. Oh god. Look, couldn't look more like a tourist if I tried. Right, thanks for watching, folks. Remember to like, comment, and if you really love this content, subscribe. See you on the next one. Ta-da!